Hey guys, Jen Loves Wrestling here. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Monday. Enjoy Raw later tonight. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I usually, or I shouldn't say, definitely not always, but most of my videos, I pick one or two WWE shows throughout the week at random. Sometimes a pay-per-view, sometimes we'll talk about Raw and SmackDown, sometimes we'll talk about UK, sometimes NXT, and sometimes 205 Live. And we'll cover the show pretty much, but today I just want to pick out, I want to try and make a quick video because I really struggle to do that because I'm a girl and I like to talk, but I'm just going to talk about my top 2 favorite matches of the week and then also one of my favorite segments of the week. And just so you guys know, like the kids like to say nowadays, don't at me. I did not finish watching NXT UK this week yet. From this past week's episode, so they will unfortunately not be included in this video. And I know that A-Kid and Noam Dar, I'm looking very forward to seeing that. I'm sure that match very well could have been included in a top list of great matches for the week, but unfortunately I have not finished that episode yet, so I cannot cover that match. But I'm sure it was fantastic with those two guys. Okay, so first of all, the first one that's pretty predictable, especially if you follow my channel and you know me. We're going to talk about the segment first that I want to get into, and that is Pat McAfee and his boys. I love this faction, and I'm so huge on Pat McAfee right now. I just feel he's checking every box and he's doing everything right. His mic work is fantastic. From what little we've seen of him in the ring, I can't wait to see him again because for just a debut, that was stellar. So, his mannerisms, his character development, everything that Pat has been exactly what it should be for his character. He just nails even the littlest things, which sometimes in the business, as silly as it sounds, can take years to get down. But it's all about what would your character do? How would they walk? How would they talk? How would they position themselves? How would they react in any given situation? Even, non-wrestling related, if you really want to work really well on character development, what would your character do in any certain given settings? Okay, so, but Pat just does that. He just nails that, and that's why I love Pat. This just was a fun segment. They started out Pat McAfee and his faction interrupting the tag team match on NXT, and that turned into him giving a faux tribute to the Undisputed Era. And that turned into Killian Dane and Drake Maverick not being too happy with their match interrupted. But they came out on the short end of the stick on this one, as Killian Dane ended up getting hit with the car door by Pete Dunne, and Pat McAfee could not have possibly sold this better, verbally and physically. Just his little hand gesture was amazing. And then Pete, of course, tit for tat, reacts perfectly as well to the situation with his classic Pete Dunne shrug. These guys are just killing it on NXT right now, and I'm here for it. I love it. The next thing that should come as no surprise to you guys, one of my favorite matches of the week, of course, was Sasha Banks retaining her title against Bayley. Of course, Sasha actually having a successful title defense is the icing on the cake. But overall, I always look forward to any time these two are in the ring together. Be it as opponents, be it as teammates, they just have that chemistry together, which sounds even kind of silly to say because they are legit best friends, so of course they bounce really well off each other, but it's always magic. Their segments together, the summer of Sasha and Bayley, and now leading into the feud, which I don't know. Sasha beat her twice, but I kind of hope it's not over because I can just never get enough of these two in the ring. So they did their normal magical brilliance that only Sasha and Bayley can do. This one should not end without them headlining a pay-per-view at some point down the road. Hopefully they can drag this out or restart it somehow in time for WrestleMania. They just deserve the grandest stage. These two are just gold. They're magical, and I am just such a huge Sasha Banks fan. Bayley isn't far behind. These two are fantastic. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is something that maybe a lot of fans might not be aware of, because my second favorite match of the week actually comes to us from 205 Live. And I want to bring eyes and attention to that show, and especially one particular wrestler right now, and one particular segment, one particular character right now, that I think is just crushing it and nailing it, just on par with anything else in the brand. And yeah, I know Roman's like the king right now of character development and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't know. This is maybe an unsung hero, I guess, in Ashanti the Adonis, formerly known as Tahuti Miles, which I get the character, the name change. I understand why they did it, but it's just, I mean, when your name is Tahuti Miles, like, oh my god, like, why, how could you not love someone named Tahuti? It's just the most fun name. Love Tahuti Miles, who is now Ashanti the Adonis, and I still love him. He has been with the company for a couple years now, but has really mostly been featured this past year on 205, a little bit on NXT. If you are not familiar with him, that's just a little backstory on him. He is a very good cocky heel character, and very, very underrated in the ring. Especially this last match on 205. I was watching against Mansoor, and both these guys I'm a huge fan of, Mansoor and Ashanti. And they had a tremendous match together. Both guys really very underrated in the ring. But where Ashanti's character now is going, he's been working a lot with Brian Kendrick lately. Brian Kendrick is trying to... the character I feel like he's kind of portraying is he's trying to pass the torch in a way to this newer generation of wrestlers on 205, this new crop of talent. And he's trying to make sure that they have respect for the business and that they conduct themselves professionally in the ring, and that he's just really trying to mold them into where they should be and where the future of 205 should be. And he's been working a lot with Ashanti, and Ashanti seems to be coming around. And now Ashanti's character is evolving into a different place of respect and of maybe not going in the certain direction in the ring, heel tendencies and characters and, mannerisms, things like that, that he normally would. He still comes out with the full fashion gear, because his thing is also that he's always on... I don't want to say on fleek because I hate that term, but so old. Always looking fashion focused and looking sharp, looking snazzy, all that kind of stuff. He just knows what to wear, knows how to rock it. He rocks the fanny pack. How can you not love a guy or anyone in general who rocks a fanny pack? Fanny packs freaking rule. I love them so much. I love Ashanti so much. And I just lost my train of thought because I love fanny packs that much. Ooh, this is not a short video like I hoped it would be. Okay, so, Mansoor picked up the win here. Ashanti is going more the respect route in the ring. He tried to gain Mansoor's respect during this match. Started out trying to get him to shake his hand, trying to show him with the lockups into the corner and backing away, breaking for 5, clean breaks, all that kind of stuff, that he has changed. He's not that same person he was before. And he's learning and he's bettering himself. And it's really just an interesting evolution of a character. So if you get a chance, go back and watch some Ashanti stuff, because you'll really be surprised, I would think, pleasantly, by what they're doing with him on 205. It's really exciting, and it's really a pleasure to watch. And Ashanti's a gem. Mansoor picked up this win, so they did have the sign of respect and the handshake after the match. So that was... good times on 205 Live. Have a good night, guys. Love you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Have a good night. Enjoy Raw. Love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah, mwah.